What all have you guys done so that it reaches out to as many people as possible?
I was actually very nervous because मुझे लगा कि no matter what I try and do, I'll always be an outsider to the story.
This is not Hamid's mother. I said no. And till date, I mean, and believe me, Rasika,
That's
I watched
such a compliment. Hi, this is Rasika Dugal.
Hi, Aijaz Khan.
And you're watching Bollywood Hungama.
We have with us director Aijaz Khan and Rasika Dugal. Their film Hamid is coming up. It's not a regular film. It's having a very important message. The story is about humanity. Pleasure having you guys on Bollywood Hungama.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And if you can please tell us something about Hamid, where you got the idea from in the first place.
Hamid is about this little boy, a Kashmiri boy whose father is missing, and he gets his hands on his father's mobile. So he keeps on asking. There's this question which comes in his mind, asking that ये 786 किसका number है, and वो अक्सर पूछता रहता है, and that everyone says ये अल्लाह का number है. So one day he manages to dial the number. It connects to a CRPF Jawan, and how his life changes from then onwards, and what happens with him, and even the CRPF guy, how he gets in touch, how his life changes because he started speaking to Hamid, and that's what the basic film is all about. I'm saying it in short here, but
No, I get it. So you're playing the mother. The interesting part is that I think no one would believe that you're not a Kashmiri, especially because of the way you are speaking in the film. So tell us about the preparation of playing the mother and playing the Kashmiri woman.
I was actually very nervous because मुझे लगा कि no matter what I try and do, I'll always be an outsider to the story. And in fact, the first time Aijaz called me, I told him कि आप please किसी कश्मीरी को ही cast करें क्योंकि शायद मेरे से नहीं हो पाएगा. I will not be able to understand the grief that a person living in a conflict situation for so long experiences. And anyway, I had only about 2 weeks to prepare for the role. But Aijaz was very confident that I would be able to pull it off, and I think because of that confidence, I finally signed on to it. But I was like, I didn't know where to start because there is so much material available to watch, to read. But really, you, as an actor, you need that one thing that connects you soulfully to that other person, which is an entry point into their world. So, I mean, there's no one way to get it. Sometimes you complete a whole film and you don't find it. Sometimes it comes in spurts and goes away. But I think there was this one moment which was where I felt I really understood Ishrat's life was through, I was watching this documentary that Ifat Fatima has directed. बहुत अच्छी documentary. It's called Where is My Half Crescent Moon, which is primarily interviews of women who have lost their children, whose children have disappeared or are missing in Kashmir. And there's this lady, Parveena Hangar, who runs this organization called APDP, which is the only organization which works together to, find these people, find their sons who've gone missing. And so Parveena Hangar and their work is actually very, very good, and they've really fought against all odds to, survive. And she and this other friend of hers, they have this conversation, and बहुत matter-of-factly they're talking about something which is so grievous in their lives, and that was very chilling to me, and that was really a moment where I felt that I somehow connected to what Ishrat might be experiencing. And there's this couplet जो वो लोग recite करते हैं अपनी rallies में, एक नारा है, तो they recited that. So it's in Kashmiri और मुझे पूरे तरीके से समझ भी नहीं आ रहा, मतलब बिल्कुल समझ नहीं है, सिर्फ subtitles I could follow, but there was a haunting quality about it which sort of stayed with me. And then one of the Kashmiri actors who was working with us, he put that to a tune, so that really became my thing to go to be in Ishrat's world.
What all have you guys done so that it reaches out to as many people as possible?
it's right from the first frame till the end. It is that way the little boy sees it. That okay, no, my father is coming back, and that is the hope which we trying to portray in the film. And right till the end, okay, some incidents with his father which he remembers, and how that comes back, and he accepts the fact that even Ishrat accepts that okay, my husband will not be back. They have to accept that and move on in life, right. And that is what the good part of the film, in that sense, in the that's the positive side of it. So I think if this reaches out to the audience and we're trying our best, that it goes out to as many audience, they watch this. That is, the hope factor which we're trying to tell everyone. And fingers crossed, I hope that happens.
All right. Talha is the name of the boy who's playing Hamid. I think beautiful actor.
Yeah.
And I think it's the innocence that really, I think, is something that everyone should absorb. I think that is badly needed. And I hope that happens, hopefully. So how was the experience of working with Talha?
He's quite funny. Because
he is. Even in the movie, I think, there are entertaining portions in a very subtle manner.
Yeah.
There's funny portions in the movie.
He's lovely. When I first met him, the first day that I met was very close to when we were supposed to start shooting. So Aijaz had left us together to, just like generally hang out with each other, कि थोड़ी familiarity हो जाएगी, जान पहचान हो जाएगी. तो पहला सवाल वो मुझसे पूछता है कि आपको लगता है हमारी पिक्चर हिट होगी? मैंने बोला यार मैं 10 साल से एक्टर हूँ, मैंने एक बार भी ये बात नहीं सोची, तुम अपनी पहली फिल्म करने से पहले सोच रहे हो. तो बोलता अच्छा तो हिट हो जाएगी तो उसके बाद मुझे 3 और फिल्में मिलेगी. सो ही इज़ वेरी स्वीटली एम्बिशियस एंड ही इज़ लवली एंड ही वुड वॉच मी वर्किंग ऑन माई कश्मीरी एक्सेंट एंडलेसली. तो वो सुनता रहता था कि मैं कर रही हूँ. और कभी कभी सीन में when I was practicing there would always be one word which would be that most difficult word to get. So I would keep उसको दोहराती रहती थी मैं. तो जब सीन में वो लाइन आता था, suddenly I would see Talha give a smirk whenever I would come to that word. He would almost be on the verge of giggling. So it was lovely. It's great fun. Child actors are always mostly fun to work with. They have an infectious energy and they have an innocence, and they're the best kind of co-actors because they just instinctively respond to anything that you have to offer. So that's lovely. And I think his biggest asset is that his manner of speaking, the tonality is not like a child's. It's very adult.
Yeah, it is.
And not just the lines. Of course, the lines are also written very intelligently, but it's the way he says them which is just not the way a child speaks.
I genuinely hope that the movie reaches out to as many people as possible. At least people should watch it. But I think the boy is. I think even her performance is outstanding when she sees the corpse and the way she just reacts without saying anything. Let's talk about the technicalities. The technical team I think is brilliant. You have John Wilmore as a cinematographer. I think the background score is outstanding. So please tell us about the camera work and the background score.
John and we've been working together for a long time. I come from an advertising background too, so we've done several ad films together, and that's how the connection is with me and John. And he's done a great job. It's like he shot my earlier film too, so we have that sense of knowing each other well, and that works for the film. And coming to the music, music is done by Andrew. Andrew has been around. He's from UK, and when he saw the rough cut, he had read the script earlier, and I was trying to work with him in the earlier film too. वो कुछ नहीं हो पाया, but जब ये आया, he just jumped at it and said, yes, we want to do it. So his contact was, he does a lot of arrangements for A.R. Rahman for his other films. So what we did was, this is the first time I experienced something like this where he arranged the orchestra. This is Barcelona orchestra, from there. So he set up from here, and some arrangements ho gaya tha, and it was so precise because all the notes, the musical notes were sent to them earlier, that with what dB to go up, and it was amazing. And we kept a 5-hour period where the orchestra was there, and we were sitting here, or through internet we recorded that, and it was recorded there and then sent to him later. So that's how we went about it. And I loved working with Andrew, and what you see today, the music he's done a great job.
Rasika, if you can tell us about your journey in the world of entertainment and movies. You've seen in Mirzapur recently, and that's something that has been appreciated a lot. Manto, as I told you earlier, I think it was a wonderful film.
I think that that it's been incredible in terms of the quality of work. I've been very, very fortunate. I think the kind of projects that I've had, अगर वो एक भी मेरी life में हो गया होता ना, I would have felt that my career as an actor has been worth it. But I've had about 5-6 exceedingly good projects. Manto, Kissa, Hamid, another series called Delhi Crime, which is going to be on Netflix on the 22nd. Mirzapur. Like you said very correctly, I wished after Kissa especially, I would feel that, you know, the work was very good, but it didn't reach the number of people that the work deserved to.
Okay.
And but fortunately with Mirzapur that changed. With another short film, Chutney, that I had done, which is now over 123 million views, that changed. So I think the digital space changed the scene for me in terms of reachability to a wider audience. But the quality of work I always had a lot.
You know, let me add this about, you know, when I saw Mirzapur, and we've been like, you know, while doing Hamid, we were so closely associated, I could not just take or get, you know, or think that, okay, that is Rasika.
And
just
the variety.
didn't.
I think Mirzapur is a drastically different role from what I normally get offered.
Yeah.
So and Chutney also a little bit. So interesting.
So it was, you know, when I saw that, I just called back. I, you know, called up Fauzia and I said, "Yaar, this is not Hamid's mother." I said no. And till date, I mean, and believe me, Rasika,
That's such a compliment.
I watched it again, and still I've been telling everyone that's not Rasika. That cannot be Rasika. She was brilliant in that. So
I totally enjoyed it. I had such a ball doing that role.
Because I've been seeing her as Hamid's mother, and that is the perception which I had. For me, it is, you know, and I still can't get out of it.
And so just her physicality is so dramatically different from Safia in Manto. And those were I had shot Manto and then Hamid in between, and then Mirzapur. So it's been a great 2 years, I think, experimenting with a lot of variety while the quality is still there, and now accessing a wider audience.
Right, all right. So lovely talking to you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank
and
you.
Congratulations for Hamid.
Thank you.
And I genuinely hope that it reaches out.
Yeah, one should definitely push people to go and see films like this, which I request and say, please do that. Because ये छोटी फिल्में कहाँ आती हैं, कहाँ चली जाती हैं, समझ नहीं आता है, which is like one feels really bad about. So
thank you so much and all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That's all we have from Bollywood Hungama. Keep on watching.
Hi, this is Rasika Dugal.
Hi, Aijaz Khan.
And you're watching Bollywood Hungama.